Ahead of the 2013 general election, there was no name bigger than Peter Kenneth here in Gatanga constituency in Murang'a County. He was so loved, and in fact, he was seen as a young lion ready to roar when the right time comes. His star was rising very fast, and his future was bright.
Kennedy tulikuwa tumemchukua na roho yetu yote sisi watu ya Gatanga.
He had done what was seen as a tremendous job here in Gatanga constituency. He had delivered development projects and made Gatanga a classic example of what a leader can do for his people. And the hype was there. A future president of Kenya, perhaps? Yes, of course. So many, including the man himself, commonly abbreviated as PK, so believed. Look at it this way. Peter Kenneth has managed to change Gatanga constituency, a rural constituency in Kenya, have services like an urban constituency. Just imagine. It is this hype that got into the mind and ego of Peter Kenneth. It became the bug that beat him and subsequently dimmed his rising star. 10 years down the line, PK is yet to discover his political mojo.
Angesimama huko angepata, angepiga Mwangaili yake mbaya sana.
Well, I'm here in Gatanga, the home constituency of Peter Kenneth, a rising young politician whose star all of a sudden dimmed. But first, let's talk to the people. Gina House, I think it was constructed in 2010. I think so. Niambie unaitwa nani?
Mimi naitwa Joseph Kariuki.
So, hapa ni nyumbani umeishi kwa miaka mingapi?
Hapa tangu sasa mimi na miaka 70 na kuzaliwa, nimezaliwa hapa, sijatoka hapa.
Umezaliwa hapa?
Hapa sasa.
Niambie, tatizo gani liko hapa Gatundu?
Hapa shida zile ziko hapa hivi, tuseme ni mashida ya kazi. Na hii mambo ya mashamba imezidi wazee kama sisi hapa.
Na vijana hali iko namna gani?
Hali ya vijana hapa hawana kazi. Nisumbua, wanatusumbua sana hapa. Maana yake sasa hapa huwezi kuweka sufuria nje, ng'ombe zikilala nje wamechukua.
Mtu anaenda naye.
Wameama nazo.
Okay.
Sasa hiyo ndio shida sasa.
Hebu niambie, PK wakati alikuwa MP, alikuwa for 10 years.
Yeah.
How was he? What kind of a member of parliament was he?
He was good. Very fine.
Ni nini ilikuwa inafanya mnapenda Peter Kenneth?
Ni maendeleo. Maendeleo. Ukiona kama hii barabara all the way from Thika up to Gatora, iko swari mpaka Dakaini. Barabara alikuwa anasimamia vizuri.
Kijana wenu anaitwa Peter Kenneth. Labda uniambie tu, alikuwa mbunge wenu kwa miaka 10. 2002 mpaka 2013. Labda unieleze wakati wake ulikuwaje akiwa mbunge?
Wakati alikuwa mbunge wa hapa Gatanga, Kennedy tulikuwa tumemchukua na roho yetu yote sisi watu ya Gatanga. Manake alipoingia, na tulikuwa na wabunge tofauti wamewahi kuja hapa kutuwakilisha.
Yes. Lakini
hakuna hata mmoja yale maendeleo Kennedy alikuwa ametufanyia hapa, hakuna hata mmoja angeweza kufanya hayo. Sasa sisi tukamchukua kweli kwa njia ya amani kabisa. Na tukamchukua, yeye ni mtoto yetu.
So aliingia baada kulikuwa na Wanyoike, alafu kukakuwa na David Murathe.
Sasa hapo ndipo aliingia. Sasa hata wengine walipoingia, sasa tukaona kweli hao watu walikuwa wametulalia kwa muda mrefu sana.
Mlianza kuona maendeleo?
Tukaona sasa ndio tumepata mtoto ya nyumbani.
Kitu gani unakumbuka sana unasema nikiona hii nakumbuka Peter Kenneth?
Ukiangalia barabara kama hii kwa masoko, unakumbuka na mambo mengi sana ambaye Kennedy hapa kweli alikuwa hata wabunge sasa wanamfuata, kama vile unaona huyu anaitwa Dede Nyoro huyu. Tunaona watu wanaenda kuona maendeleo kwake.
Kabisa.
Na wakati huo ndio yeye sasa alikuwa star. Peter Kenneth.
Mliona wabunge wengi wakuja huko kujifunza?
Wakati huo ndio alikuwa star. Ukienda mpaka Ndakaine huko kwa maji, unamuona maendeleo ametuletea nini, mademu ni mambo mengi sana.
Mkaanza kuona miaka ijayo hii mambo yatakuwa tu sawa.
Wasemaje mpaka watu wale walio hawajiwezi hapa. Kwanza kuna mzee mmoja hapa Kirwara hapa. Huyo mzee sijui mpaka kifo yake hata kwa kaburi atamkumbuka. Alijenga nyumba akampatia akamwekea kwa stoko kwa bari kuwa na kabara furafu hivi, ndio tulikuwa tunaenda hapo wakati wa kampeni.
Ahead of the 2013 general election, President Mwai Kibaki was retiring after the lapse of his second and final term. And so many politicians, including Peter Kenneth, Prime Minister Raila Odinga, Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, Deputy Prime Minister Uhuru Kenyatta, Gishugu Member of Parliament Martha Karua, and former high school teacher Mohamed Abdubadida were angling for the top seat. They wanted to succeed Mwai Kibaki as the head of state. Analysts say, despite having a bright future ahead, PK had gone way ahead of time. Out of the blue, he decided that he had come of age and had the strength of character and political muscle to contest for the title of Mount Kenya Kingpin and the presidency. Alafu Peter Kenneth akafika tu mahali 2013. Akaona anaweza kuwa rais.
Sasa hapo ndio alianza sasa yeye kuwa anatupa bao.
But looking at it, the main contestants for the 2013 election appeared from every mannerism. Raila Odinga, who was the Prime Minister then, and Uhuru Kenyatta, the Deputy Prime Minister. Some people prevailed on him to even go down a little bit the ladder and contest for what was more that looked achievable. For example, the Murang'a governorship or Nairobi governorship, I gather. So, looking at it, was it a wrong move for him to go for the president at that time in 2013?
It was not a wrong move. I think it's not a wrong move because we have also believed so much in the usual politicians, until when you try, Sikolia tries to be, is like, is he crazy? Why would he try? There are people, it's like reserved. It's like right now when you hear some Kenyans talk, they tell you that, we have to wait until 2032. I say, why? Why wait? We have 2027 elections where we will assess leadership and give whoever qualifies.
Having supported Mwai Kibaki's re-election in 2007, despite being the leader of the opposition, Uhuru Kenyatta appeared in all mannerism, the man poised to take Mount Kenya kingship mantle from the retiring president.
Nikukumbushe ya kwamba hata wewe ulikuwa life member wetu wa chama hii yetu ya KANU.
Na mimi sikufikiria KANU watakuja tufanye kazi pamoja, na ninawaomba tafadhali, nawaomba kura yenu tafadhali. Thank you sana. Asante. Asante sana. Asante sana.
Mr. Kenyatta, would you kindly stand up and introduce yourself?
But the son of Kenya's first president had a baggage on his shoulders. He had been taken to the International Criminal Court, the ICC, together with 5 others for allegedly planning and executing crimes against humanity during Kenya's 2007-2008 post-election violence, skirmishes that left over 1,300 people dead. There were talks that perhaps Uhuru Kenyatta would be banned and stopped from contesting for the presidency, and many from Mount Kenya region suspected that PK was packaging himself as the alternative son for the region.
Na tukijua wewe unaingia kwa Wakikuyu bila kwenda kupitia kwa Uhuru, sisi tutatoanga wewe kwa siasa.
His move to dismiss John Michuki's endorsement of Kenyatta baffled many in his political backyard. Michuki was not just an ally of President Mwai Kibaki, he was respected and loved in the mountain.
And those leaders who have been ethnic chauvinists in the last so many years must realize we have a new dispensation. And for me, I want to say, everybody is entitled to his own personal opinion, no matter how dull, ignorant, and in special circumstances senile that opinion might be.
Hamkumweleza kwamba labda kuna wachana na hiyo, kuna kitu kingine?
Sasa yeye hakutusikiza. Sijui wale maadvisor walikuwa mbele yake ndio walimtupa sana. Kwa vile sasa walikuwa wameamini, unajua unaweza kujua ati wewe umesifiwa nyumbani, lakini huko nje wewe hujui kumekaje. Sasa unafikiria nje na vile unakaa nyumbani ndio nje watu wanakupenda vile unadhania.
Uhuru Kenyatta was not barred from contesting for the country's top seat, and in 2013 he was declared the 4th president of the Republic of Kenya. In the contest, Kenneth only garnered 72,786 votes, representing 0.60% of the total votes cast. According to elders here in Gatanga, Peter Kenneth ended up stretching way too far, dropping what was under his armpit. By going for the country's top seat, he dropped the chance of becoming the first governor of Murang'a County, a move that sent him to the political freezer, a place he has stayed for over 10 years now. Well, ahead of the 2013 elections, a host of leaders and influential elders from Murang'a County asked PK to drop his presidential bid and contest for the governor's position. In their wisdom, the seat was there for Kenneth's taking.
Naye hapo sasa ndipo naye Uhuru na Ruto walikuwa naye sasa wameshikana kabisa. Sasa tulipoona hivyo ndio sasa tukaambia bwana Kennedy, fanya hivi, wewe kubali kuwa governor.
Wa wapi?
Wa hapa Gatanga.
Wa Murang'a.
Wa Murang'a. Wachana na hawa. Mwaka ingine tutakuwa tumelea wewe, sasa tutaweka wewe wapi? Sasa yeye kwa bahati mbaya na mzuri akajipiga kifua yeye mwenyewe. Akasema ni lazima nitasimama na nitapita.
Kenyan historian can authoritatively say that in 2013, ODM wanted PK to vie for the Nairobi governor on the party's ticket, an invitation he refused. Raila Odinga and ODM knew that Kenneth would have taken the city by storm. Now, can you imagine if Peter Kenneth had decided to wear fitting pants in 2013 and contested for the governor of his rural Murang'a County or Kenya's capital, Nairobi? Well, experts say he would have won quite easily in 2013. And by the end of his second term in 2022, he would have emerged as the designate Uhuru Kenyatta successor in Mount Kenya and would have been a ripe candidate for the running mate position. So what if he had agreed, because we gather Murang'a elders even went to visit him and told him, hii kiti ya juu, leave it for Uhuru Kenyatta. This one, you go for this one. By 2022, you will have gone for 2 terms and you've matured. So, and good to negotiate for even a better position. So, looking at the scenarios and assessments, where will be Peter Kenneth today? We cannot say what God had. Yeah.
Listen to the elders.
listened to the elders?
I think in politics really is a matter of balancing, but it really pays to listen to advice, especially if you know that those advising you wield power and votes. Yes. Then you really have to listen. You know, you have to listen. Yeah, you have to listen to advice, because there are times when you don't listen to advice and that advice is relevant and can leverage votes, then you lose them.
Do you think if he had gone for the governorship in 2013, either Nairobi or Murang'a, it could have, for example, built him more than?
Oh, definitely. Definitely it could have built him more. And for me, really, it doesn't matter whether he would have won or not won. And we must keep appreciating the way Martha works. Martha will remain an example, a good example in Kenya, because Martha does not get pinned down by win or a loss. For her, the struggle goes on, your principle sticks on, and you have to keep to your course. Yeah, if many politicians were that way, I think like Martha, we would have a very different Kenya today. But this idea of, it's just a wave of we keep, if we lose the wave, we get lost. Then when we see there is a catch and the catch is ready for, you run after the catch. I think Kenneth needs to decide if he wants to be a politician. If you want to be a politician, you don't stop with elections. No. You must keep your course. You must keep the course. Disappears. Yeah, it disappears. It disappears in the public. I must repeat, yes. It disappears in the public because he could be very busy and doing wonderful things, but not in the public.
By the time Peter Kenneth was realizing the mistake he had made in 2013 and deciding to contest for the Nairobi governor's seat in 2017, the Mike Mbuvi Sonko wave was sweeping the city landscape. Attempts by Uhuru Kenyatta to make Peter Kenneth the automatic candidate for the Jubilee Party failed, as Sonko's popularity was too much a hot potato to handle.
Again, PK lost and was back to the cold.
Probably had Raila became president, then looking at the campaigns and everything and the way they had formed the alliance, he could have been probably a cabinet.
He would have had a good position. He would have, and Kenneth is one person that even if you just have people who have come to politics and they have no these crazy fixated alliances in Kenya, they would still think that Kenneth is good to have in their team. Not necessarily that they've worked with him from 2013, but just some respectable Kenyans who have principles and can be in space and can be trusted, I think, yeah.
My name is Enoch Sikolia, and I am the Kenyan historian.